Hello, my name is Russell Myers, independent for U.S. President for 2024. A few weeks ago, South Africa filed a suit against Israel with the ICJ, the International Court of Justice, a legal arm of the United Nations. They were claiming that Israel is conducting genocide in Gaza and calling for a stop to this. Now, I'm going to bring up the fact that nearly every country on earth has called for a ceasefire in Gaza, and most are calling for a two-state solution. This is being opposed, of course, by Israel and by the United States. So the ruling of the ICJ has come out. They did not actually state that Israel is conducting genocide, but what they did say, I'm going to read this from a report. The source doesn't matter, but it is one of the best, most thorough reports that I have read on the subject. All right, the International Court of Justice issued its first ruling on South Africa's case against Israel on Friday, ordering the Jewish state to take all necessary actions to prevent genocide in Gaza. The court did not, however, order Israel to cease its military operation against Hamas. A panel of 17 judges agreed that the court, based in The Hague, has jurisdiction to hear South Africa's case and pass 7 emergency measures requested by Pretoria. In addition to demanding that Israel refrain from committing genocide, the judges ordered the Jewish state to punish members of its military who commit genocidal acts, as well as officials who publicly call for the genocide of the Palestinians. Israel must also preserve evidence of any genocidal acts already committed, the ruling stated. The judges also ruled that Israel shall take immediate and effective measures to address adverse conditions to life in the Gaza Strip. West Israel, Jerusalem was further ordered to report back to the court in a month with an update on what it is doing to comply with these measures. So this isn't all that South Africa had demanded, but this is a substantial ruling. And obviously Israel doesn't like this very much. But I agree with this ruling, and I still feel that a ceasefire is necessary, and a two-state solution is appropriate. There should be agreed upon boundaries. The blockade of trade for Gaza, Palestine, should be completely lifted. Who gave Israel the right to do all of this? They have been attacking Gaza. They have been attacking Palestine for years. Many thousands of lives. Since this began, at least 25,000 Gazans have lost their lives, most of whom are civilians, women, children, elderly, disabled. This is unconscionable, and the fact that the United States continues to support this is completely unconscionable. How did we become this? How did we, as a nation, start endorsing genocide? Well, we've actually done that for years, for quite a few years. I will bring up the Donbass region in Ukraine, even though Ukraine denies that they were conducting genocide. This was being reported in Western media from 2015 on to the end of 2021 or early 2022. This was being reported. Of course, the wording was always highly questionable, but we were arming Ukraine and the attempted genocide of the Donbass region. So this isn't anything new. We've been doing this for many years. We've armed other, dictators and so forth that were conducting genocide in the past. We've been doing this for many decades. So it's not new. Many Americans have been brainwashed to oppose anyone and anything that is Muslim, and to believe that there are no Christians or Jews anywhere in the Middle East except in Israel, even though Palestine has a higher percentage of their population that is Christian than Israel does. Never mind the fact that Jesus is mentioned 25 times in the Quran with respect. How many times is he mentioned in the Torah? But this is not a religious thing. This is humanitarian. You either support human rights, the human right to live, or you don't. If you call yourself a Christian anyway, you when did Jesus call for genocide or murder, killing? I could swear that he said, love your neighbor and love your enemy. I'm pretty sure that was more of it. Beat your swords into plowshares. I don't see anything about dropping bombs and killing people in the Bible. If you can find it in the New Testament from Jesus' teachings, then show that to me, please. I'd love to see it. You cannot use these things as a justification for hatred, prejudice, murder, genocide. You can't. And look at what this is costing us. This also involves Yemen. Yemen has been attacking ships in the Red Sea, blocking ships going through to the Suez Canal, which is forcing the largest shippers in the world, like Maersk, to take this massive detour, which we haven't quite seen it yet, but we're going to see it, and I've already done a video on this. This is going to cause massive inflation for you. Never mind what we're spending on it with an $888 billion defense budget. What are we being defended against? Is the United States at risk from Gaza? No. From Palestine? No. Where are we being threatened? As far as our presence in Syria and Iraq, that presence is illegal in both cases, and now Iraq is calling for us to leave. They already voted, I think in 2019, for us to leave, our military forces to leave Iraq, but now when Iraq is being attacked, then they're not too happy about it. Are we going to invade Iraq again? Are we going to invade Syria? Who are we not going to invade? Oh, we're defending ourselves. You're defending yourselves. That's like a robber in your house or a squatter coming in while you're living there, coming in, setting themselves up, and when you try to throw them out or you attack them, they're defending themselves. No, it doesn't work that way. When a country has told us to leave, we should leave. It doesn't mean that we can't engage in trade or diplomacy with that country. But our military presence is unwanted and costly and becoming more and more costly by the day. And more American service members' lives are being placed at risk unnecessarily in a place where we don't have the right to be. So, yes, I am hoping for a ceasefire in Gaza, but that looks unlikely at the moment. But at least there's some accountability and some humanitarian aid that is coming around. So, share this video. Talk about these subjects. If you can afford it, please donate whatever you can to help expand this campaign, and I will catch you in the next one. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a good day.